Yeah. So the looping construct will have four steps only. The first step was initialization, wherein I have to say what is my starting value. I have to start at 1. That's my initialization. And what is the test expression? When should I stop? Means till when I should perform repetition. Till all the values of C which are less than or at the most equal to 10. These are my valid values. So I put the condition here. This is nothing but a test expression. As long as this is true, it will just execute this block of while. So initially it is true, it prints 1 and then C value changes to 2. And after this execution, it will come back to this point again. But now C's new value is 2 right now. Again condition is checked, 2 is less than or equal to 10 is true. It prints 2. Again the value gets changed to 3, increases 3. So this test will go on till 10 time. 10th time also it is true. 10 is less than or equal to 10 is true. So 10 is printed. After that the value changes to 11. Now is 11 less than or equal to 10? It's a false condition. The value is false. The loop will stop immediately. It will not do any more printing right. So that means this printing happens only as long as a condition is true.
In other languages, we have pre-increment and post-increment no.
Yeah, here we don't have plus plus or minus minus. That is increments, pre or post increments, which used in other languages. Instead of that, we can use replace these with the plus equal to or minus equal to unary operators. So they have removed unnecessary operators in the programming language. See, already plus one is there. Why do we need plus plus again? It's not required. They have removed that post increment or pre increment. In the coding itself, we can mention that with these two operators, right? Because in that, lot of confusion is there. If you remember that while learning process of plus plus and minus minus, what happens if it is post? What happens if it is pre? Right to left? There are 3 4 variations in that operators actually. Output is never the same. Based on the usage of those operators, we used to get different answers. So they removed these operators, which is confusing, like gives confused answers. So they have removed the topic, right? Is this clear? Now, if I just want to print 10 to 1, let us say, same coding, I just reversed it out. Means what is the starting value? 10. Initialization is 10. Now, which all values I want to print? All the values, all the values which are greater than or equal to which number? 1. So my condition which should be mentioned beside while keyword is all the values of the count which are more than or equal to 1. If it is true, I will just print that value and I'll not do the increment right now. Because when I'm going in a reverse direction, I should do minus 1. Minus is equal to 1. Right? So I can give this as one condition. There is one more condition. Or I can say while C not equal to 0. Just see that. Is it correct? Is this condition also going to give the correct same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. I'll just show it practically once you get it. I want to print 1 to 10 or 10 to 1. So I took a count while C not equal to 0. Okay. Either I give this condition or initialization Now, if I don't want to go to the next line, I want to print side by side with some one space, single space. In the printing, ending character you change with a space character like this, and just like this. So it comes side by side. So while printing, if you don't want a slash n, this is what is the code of it. So this will remove last slash n symbol with a space right. You can keep anything. You can keep a tab space, whatever you like. Now if I say I want a tab space between that, while c value is greater than or equal to 1, I want to print each c value and ending character I want to replace with a tab space. That also we can do, and c minus is equal to 1. I got a tab space. Now if I don't give this, what will happen? If I forget to write that by mistake, it happens like what will happen if I don't give that increment or decrement? You can see that you execute in the same order. Started at 10, check the condition, 10 more than or equal to 1 is true. It prints 10. After that, no change. We have to come back here only. Condition is checked as long as it gives true answer. Already it was true. That's the reason we executed. So again, I have to come here. It will be always true, because we'll be at constant 10 number only and we'll never cross 1. We'll be always at 10 and 10 will be always more than or equal to 1. So we should not forget to change the value. Counter should be changed. If we forget to do that, it will go to infinite. Now same program, quickly I'll ask one by one program each. Anil, can you just print 2 to 20 with the same logic, whatever we have done? 2 to 20 using the while loop. Okay, 2 to 20 means I mean to say these values, even numbers or 2's multiples. I can say this series has two names for us. I can say this can be called as even numbers between 2 to 20 in one way, or I can even say that multiples of it. Can we say that? 10 multiples, or we say 10 multiples of 2. Okay. Anil, can you try the first one? First way. If I am saying print even numbers from 2 to 20.
Print even number of 2 to 20.
Yes.
C is equal to is to 0, you can take it.
Okay. I want to start from where?
2.
Okay. Okay. Till where we want to print?
While C is equal to C,
All these values which are
less than or equal to 20.
yes, less than or equal to 20. Then should we print that value?
Print C,
Give a space, and after printing, how should I go to the next value?
plus 2. Plus or, yeah.
Yeah, right.
C
This is the
is
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, this is the first way. Any other way? Can you say if I do C plus plus instead of plus 2, if I write plus 1, but still I want to print only even numbers. So instead of giving +2, by mistake I gave this. So what will happen with that? Is it going to print even numbers or all the numbers?
All the numbers 2, 3, 4 up to 20.
So which numbers I want to print?
Only num is divisible by 2.
So how to check? Yes, how to check this? Every number I have to check and then only have to print. How should I check if the number is even or not?
Yeah, if num
Yeah.
is
The number should be divided.
Yes.
by
Okay. Is this clear? This will happen. So this printing is happening only occasionally, conditionally, on this condition. If it is true, this will happen. I started at number 2. I checked. First thing is it should be less than 20. Less or equal to 20. After following through this test, there is one more test, internal test, if condition. So every number undergoes this test. If it is even only, it will get printed. After printing, we have to go to the next line, next number. This statement I should not give inside the condition. If I write inside if condition, means only if it is even number, it will do addition. Means if this is an odd number, this is less than 20 is true. Is it even number? No. It's not printed. Then will I go to the next count? If I come across an odd number, should we move every time to the next number or only when it is even I should jump to the next number?
any number. It
Yeah,
is
so
any number.
yeah, all the numbers. Whenever we go for printing, definitely we have to go for plus plus. Throughout this loop, we have to go for +1. Means whatever number you get, till the loop is running, we should go for the +1. But only printing is connected with this condition, right? Is this clear? So this question was simple that print even numbers between 2 to 20. But here in this program, we have done 20 iterations, not 20, sorry, 18 iterations. Means 18 times the loop is running and 18 times it is checking the numbers, which is not that efficient coding actually, because it is unnecessarily checking every odd number, whether it's even or not. Obviously, after every even number, next number is not an even number. So that time, this program is better, because in this program, we are checking is it less than 20 or not, and then directly printing. And after printing, we are just incrementing by +2. So here I have only 10 iterations. Sorry, 9 here, because it's 2 to 20. It will only go for 9 iterations. 9 values, 2, 4, 6, 8. So it is not going for every number. It's only going for alternate numbers starting from 2 to 20. So we'll get only 9 numbers in this series. So 9 iterations it will run. So this loop is running for 9 times. 9 times and no check inside the loop. That means whether it's even or not. For testing, even or not. Okay. So this is having less iteration. Wherein in these one we have how many iterations? We have totally 18 iterations, and at each iteration, at each step, we have a check interval for the even number. So 18 times it's checking is it even number or not. So this is of not the efficient code. So as of now among the two tests, this is the correct code. But if somebody gives you a question, accept a lower and an upper number, or we say accept two values from user and display all the even numbers between them. So maybe user can enter 2 to 20, or you may enter 3 to 21, something like this. You can enter 4 to 20 or 4 to 40, whatever it may. But now, can I go for that logic, +2 logic? in all these codes? Can I go here +2 logic and print the data?
In the second one, it is not. 3 to 20, it will not take it.
Yes, because here it will print only odd numbers it's going to print. So is this +2 logic going to work here in this coding? No. When we don't know the starting number, I cannot apply that +2 logic. So when user is entering the starting and the ending values, I have to first check if the starting number is even or odd.
Odd.
If it is even, if it was even, I can start from that number itself. Number and use which logic? +2 logic. And if it is odd, yeah, that means else it's odd. Obviously, if it is not even, it's odd. We should go to the next number. Go to the next number by doing +1. After that, definitely we'll get an even number. Then apply the same +2 logic. Same +2 logic on the loop. So that means when am I starting the loop? Before checking or after checking? If n1 is taken by the user, and n2 is also taken from the user. Now should I directly write the loop initially, or we have to check first? Is it even or odd? Should I say starting from n1 while n1 is less than equal to n2? And should I print that n1 value directly? And then can I say n1 plus 2? Can we do this without having the knowledge of the first number? When should I do this kind of printing, looping, loops to print that numbers?
We are sure that n1 is less than n2.
Okay, less than or equal to also we can write, because if it's already ending value is an even number, yeah, I should even print that also. No? We have to include n2 for sure. But in this scenario, I don't know if user enters 7 here, then my whole coding will go wrong. 7 to 30. Should I look at the last number or should I look at the beginning, which is more important? If it is 7, should I do this is less than or equal to 30 is true? Should I print 7 and go for +2, or only for numbers like these? Numbers like these, we should go for this one.
Only even number it should be.
Yeah. Yes. What should we do if it's odd? If n1 is odd, what should we do?
+1.
Yes. So change n1 by, if n1 is odd, change it by +1.
n1 +1.
Yes. So just say, and directly do this job. Because if it's already even, I don't have to do that. So if n1 mod of 2 not equal to 0. If it is like this, what should I do? I should do this part. Only if it's an odd number, I should change it to an even number and then start from that number, and we have to reach till the last number. Is this clear?
Yes, clear.
Any confusion? See, if it starts from an even number, even if you give last number as 21, it will not reach to 21, no, definitely. After 20 plus 2 is 20 plus 2 will be 22. It will never reach this number and will go out of this one. Then it will reach to 22. So this will never be printed only. because obviously we'll jump plus to odd. So never that odd number will be printed. So whatever you give, the ending value doesn't matter. Beginning value is important. If it's even, don't do anything. Start the loop and do the same execution. But if you come across an odd number, we have to increase it and go to the next available even number. And then do the same thing. Right? Any confusion? Now, I just want to print each value of the list.
Ma'am, in before one, if
Yeah.
while in the while condition,
Yeah.
n1 is less than or equal to n2, it is given, no? Yeah.
Yeah. It's correct. Yeah.
Cannot, if it is both are equal, like if we give 30 and 30,
Yeah. 30 less than or equal to 30. It's true. Then it will print that 30 value. 30 to 30. 30 is an even number.
okay.
30 less than or equal to 30 is true. Because it is true, 30 gets printed. Space.
Okay.
And after that, 32. Now, 32 is not less than or equal to 30. This will not get printed. Now, whatever you give, it will happen. Means it has to be less than this one. It cannot be more than this. If somebody gives by mistake 30 and this one 2, will it happen?
Okay. No. What if we give only n1 less than n2? Not
And
equal.
when less than 2, what will happen is if somebody has given something here, it's okay. But they give 20 here. Will the 20 be printed? It will go till 18. Till 18 it will go.
Okay.
After 18 it will stop. After 18, now it becomes 20. Is 20 less than 20? If you say less than of the number, then it will become wrong. So 20
Okay.
is not less than 20. So if you want to include 20, say that equal to.
Okay. Okay, fine, fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Now just see the scenario. If I give 30, print all the even numbers between 30 to 2. Is this program working?
No.
So what should I do? Today you give me after the class. Means whatever user may enter. Accept two values from user. Whether it is lower to upper, we don't know. Second scenario is, or it can be upper to lower also. It can be any scenario. Print all the values, all the even numbers between them. So we have only done this part, first part. Means according to us, this will work, but this is not working. You try, apply your logics and send me the solution today. Right? Is this clear? You understood that this part is working. Whatever you enter lower number, whether it's even or odd, it will work. But if first number is a higher number than the second number, it will not print anything. Like 30 to 2. As 30 is not less than or equal to 2. So it will never run only. Loop will not run. Is that clear? So will you finish this part, second part? This same coding, we have to do some editing, some more changes you have to do, so that whatever you enter, it will print the even numbers only. Whether you say 30 to 2 or whether you say 2 to 30, it should work.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not telling, tomorrow I'll discuss. If you don't do, I'll just do that. Means your work is to work, this code should work for both forward and backward direction.
Okay.
Right? 2 to 20 or even 20 to 2. Any confusion till here? Now I want to go for sum of the 1 to 10 as we did discussion in the beginning. So to do sum of 1 to 10, first thing is I should get the numbers from 1 to 10. First thing. First step is definitely I should know how to generate numbers from 1 to 10. once we know how to generate numbers from 1 to 10, take an initial sum. Sum as, maybe let us take 0 itself, and then what should we do? Add each generated number to it and update it as sum. Then move on to the next number. Right? So that is what is the code of generating numbers from 1 to 10. Is it this? Is it the code which will generate 1 to 10?
Yes.
Yeah. So now once the numbers are generated from 1 to 10, I should not print it now. What we should take? Take an initial sum. Initially the total is 0 anyhow. And what should we do to that? Add each generated number. Where is the each generated number? Inside the loop. So I'm taking here, I'm just commenting because I'm not interested to print the numbers. I want to take each generated number, that is nothing but C, and add that number to which number? To the sum. Add each generated number to the sum and update that answer to or result to sum itself. Take that C and add it to what? Sum. And update it to which variable? Sum. Sum is equal to sum plus the number. As how we do in the real time also. No? If you get any numbers to do the addition, it will start from that point only. If you have to add every number given here, I have to start from, maybe I'll start 0 plus 1 first. Something like this. And it goes on one by one. So this is how is the formula working here. And when we finish this loop, once the loop is finished, means at 11th count the loop will break automatically. So what we can do is, we can come out of the loop and print the total. And just say plus, but it is a comma here because plus will not work here. So this text followed by the value of the sum, which has been initially started with 0 and we added every count to it, 0 plus 1. So it becomes 1. Now updated sum is 1. Then it goes to 2. Then that 1 plus 2, then 3 plus 3, then 6 plus 4. It goes on like that. But here there is a drawback because in this whole code we have iterated for how many steps right now? How many times the loop has run?
10 times.
Yeah, the loop has iterated for, you can say, n times. Like here in this case, we were doing for the 10 natural numbers, something like that. So instead of this, instead of starting the sum from 0, can I start from the first number itself? Whatever you said, from where we have to find,
Yes.
we can directly copy that. And remaining, that means, so if user said that we have to find the sum of 1 to 10. Sum of 1 to 10 user only has given. So that if n1 is 1 and n2 is 10. So if I just take directly the n1 here, that means whatever n1 was value, okay, so n1, or we can say that is itself is the count, or user has given this. So we'll start my count itself as counter. One more confusion, if you accept 1 to 10 from the user in these two variables, I don't need to take a counter variable because this itself is enough. N1 is enough to move on till it reaches N2. So we'll start my sum itself with the first number, starting number. So that time my steps will reduce. So it will reduce by 1. If there were 10 numbers there, it will run for 9 times because already the first number is taken in the sum directly. But not only that, can we reduce one more step like this? Can it happen like this?
No, it cannot.
Can I add
N1
the
plus N2 is
first number
1
and the
plus 10
last?
it will take.
Yeah, 1 plus 10. So 1 plus 10 means initially it is having this one. So should I start from 1 or I'll start from 2 onwards now? Now I have to do the addition with 1 to 10 or we have to do the addition from 2 to 9. In the loop. In the loop, should I run the loop from 1 to 10 or 2 to 9? If user said add all the numbers between 1 to 10. So I said I took directly the sum of these two and copied in the initial sum instead of starting from 0. If I started from 0, we added like this 1 and we went on till 10. Instead of doing this loop of addition, can I directly take the first number and the last number in the series and total them up and put inside the sum initially? I want a total of all these numbers. User only gave me these numbers. This was N1 and this was N2. Can we directly find the answer of these two? Sum of these two?
No, I think no.
Okay. So fine. Like if I tell you to do addition of 1, 2, 3. These three numbers. Okay. If I give you this part, should I say 0 plus 1 first? Should I do like that? Or we can directly think this is 1. Sum itself is 1.
Sum itself is 1. We can start
Yeah.
with 1 plus 2.
So we can start with sum as 1 itself. Similarly, if I have been given some other numbers, so should I keep on like adding with all these numbers or I can directly take sum as initially 1 plus 10 directly initially. In this I'm keeping 11. So now we'll be left with how many totaling right now? From which number?
Yes, 8 numbers it will be. 8 numbers it
Yes,
will be.
because in that loop is there. No, loop will check is it less than or equal to 10 or not? Something like that. So less than 10 and then we say
So
sum
then
plus.
it is 2 to 9 and 3 to 7 it will add like
Yes. So what is happening is here steps are reduced right now. 2 steps were reduced in this one. Because previously what has happened, if I keep that directly from the beginning number, like if I start from 1 itself, I have to check 1 is less than or equal to 10 or not. And I have to add that to the sum, which is initially, if I have taken sum as 0 initially, and here what is the coding happens? It starts from 1 itself. First 1 is checked. Is 1 less than or equal to 10 or not? After that, addition is done. With which number? 0. And then n1 is changed to 2. Then is score for 2, 3, 4. It happens. This check is happening for 10 times. If n2 is 10. So that means 10 times the while condition is checked. And if 10 times it is true, this calculation will happen for 10 times. All the steps will happen for 10 iterations. But instead of checking 10 times, why should I check? Is n1 less than or equal to n2? Let me, just because whatever you gave, I just have to add them up, whether it is 1 to 1 or whatever it may be. Let us see. So 1 to 10 if the user is giving, let me keep this itself in the sum so that I can reduce two numbers in the loop. So now I'll just say less than n2. Should I start from n1 or should I start from the next number? Already we did a initialization of 1. 1 plus 10 already we have computed. Now I don't have to use that computation. I should forget these two numbers. So I'll change my n1 as n1 plus 2, n1 plus 1. That means it has become right now 2. So now we have to start from 2 if 2 is less than n2. I will not include n2's value now because n2 is 10 and n1 is previously 1. So I left 1 and I left 10. Now we have to start from 2 onwards till less than 10. Do the totaling and increase to the next number. So by this, when we finish the code, that means we have run for only 8 iterations. So this loop has run for 10 minus 2, that is 8 times, right? Previously, what we wrote was it will run for 10 times. Now we have reduced the coding, reduced the number of iterations. Is this clear? If somebody says
Yes.
find the sum of 10 natural numbers, so definitely that question will not have different numbers. When you say sum of n natural numbers always starts from which number? From 1 only.
1.
1 till 10. So it's already fixed. We already know that we have to do addition from 1 to 10 only. So if it is 1 to 10 only, why don't we add them up and put inside the sum? Why should I even count it? Why should I even run the loop on these numbers? I'll skip that loop on those numbers and we'll just increase the number to the new number by 1 and then we'll run the loop. We'll check it should not reach the n2. It should not reach n2 because already n2 is calculated. So we'll just say if not if sum is calculated by is equal to, can I say this, and number plus equal to none. Just to review, see, it's a better programming. Coding can be done with 5 steps or 4 steps, but which is better we have to choose, because once you reach to the companies, they'll not just see the answers, they'll see the best answer with less time, less variables, less coding. So from now onwards itself, we think on the coding part. After writing the code, check what else I can remove in this. Cut short the code, cut short the variables, cut short the number of iterations. So this is called as advanced programming skills. So we have to always write steps or algorithms for advanced programming. Means we have to reduce the steps, or we say iteration execution time. Space means variables. How many variables you have taken, check that. So less number of variables, less number of iterations, or we say less execution time. So for here, for a coding, time and space is more important. So you should think on all these things and write a code. So for that, we have to think of shortcuts. What best can be given, which is the best one. See, instead of writing this, if I write this, it will be lengthy. It will take more time when compared to unary operator. So this is time taking. That means performance becomes low. Your software will run slowly. By the time it finishes, it takes time. So this will give a quick answer for you. So unary is preferred over binary. Wherever it's possible, change binary with unary, so that execution takes less time. Correct? Any confusion till here? So in the assignments, there are few questions on loops. Can you start doing them? All of you start that assignment sheets from the beginning, or whoever has not done. Any doubts, you let me know. Because already in the loops, I have given the questions there. Try one by one. I will be discussing some more tomorrow. So whatever questions, or else I'll send you a few questions. Already an assignment sheet is there. But if you want few more questions, if you have done that quickly, I'll give you tougher questions on that. Fine? Is everybody comfortable with the loops concept now? At least loops you can write.
Okay. Comfortable.
Okay, then. All of you, any doubts? Others? So tomorrow we'll discuss about the other looping controls. Fine? So today I'll stop here itself. So let us see tomorrow. Thank you.
Okay.